Hello to everyone. So in this class we have discussed about the another electricity problems. The example 12.10. What is the problem? The problem is an electric iron consumes the energy at the rate of 840 watt when the heating is at the maximum rate. When the iron box it is taken as the maximum heat of 840 watt. Okay, then the 360 watt when heating is at the minimum the voltage. Okay, when the iron box it will be take the power in the minimum, it is the 360 watt, and it will be take the maximum, it is the 840 watt. Then here it will be consume the volt, the 220 volt. The voltage is 220. Then what are the current and the resistance of each case? So what is the current and resistance in the each case? Each case is nothing but when the heating is at the maximum rate, we can take as the case 1, and the heating at the minimum rate we can take as the case 2. That's why we have already read about the given data. In the case 1, the maximum power is 840 watt and the voltage it will be taken as a 220 volt, and we have to find out the current and the resistance. And in the same case, the minimum power is 360 watt and the voltage is 220 volt, and we can also find out the current and the resistance. Both the cases we have to solve that. First we have to take as the case 1. We know the formula, the P is equal to V into I. The power is equal to volt into current. But we don't have the current. We have the power. That's why we have changed the formula. We can take out the I. I is equal to V divided by P. I is equal to V divided by P. So we can also take about that I is equal to E. So this will be transformed from this side to this side. It will be also changes. I is equal to the P divided by V, because V will be changes as the multiplication to the division. So that's why it will be changed the formula. Now we have to add the numbers. I is equal to, in the case 1, the P is 840 watt and the voltage is 220 volt. Now we can cancel 2 zeros and we have taken as I is equal to, so 11s are 2 ones are 2 ones are, and 4s are 2s are. Okay, now I become 42 divided by 11. Okay, is it clear? So this is the 11s are. The 22 is nothing but 2 ones are 2 ones are, we can take as the right one, or we can also bifurcate the 22 11s are, and we have to take the 42. Okay, then we have to bifurcate the same things, or we can divide it directly. It will be taken as the 11 ones are and 11 threes are. We can take here, or we can take like that one, 11 and the 42. See, 11 threes are 33. We have to add on here. This is the 9 and this is the 0. In the 11th table, we don't have the number of 9. That's why we can add 1 point here and we have to add 1 0 here. And directly we can take as 11 8s are 88. So we have to take 1 here and 2 and 0. Again we have to add 1 0 here. So 1s are, it will be 11. Take 1 here, the 9 and 0. Again we can take as the 1 0 here. It will be taken as the 8 and it is 88 and 2 0. It will be continuous on. Now we get the I. I is equal to 3.818 ampere. This is the case 1I, or we can also write about the same things as compared to the that one. Directly we have taken the 3.818. 18 is nearly equal to 2, that's why we can take as I is equal to 3.82 ampere. This is the case 1. I think I got you have taken the explanation very well. So now we can also solve in Kannada. So nothing but we can solve in Kannada. Just we have to say what we have to do. Just in Kannada. Only 2 minutes. It will be taken. Okay. ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಐರನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಇಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಐತಿ. ಇಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆನ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಸ್ದಾಗ ಅದು 840 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೈತಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಅದು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೇಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಂದ್ರೆ 360 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹರಿಯಾಗತ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋಣ. ಎರಡೂ ಕೇಸ್ 1 ಕೇಸ್ 2 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ 1 ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪವರ್ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ, 840 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಐತಿ. ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ, 220 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಐತಿ, ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೇಸ್ 1 ನಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ, ಏನು ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನು ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಇವಾಗ ವೋಲ್ಟುನು ಐತಿ, ಪವರ್ ಐತಿ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ಹೊರಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟು ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಣಾಕಾರ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಭಾಗಾಕಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ I is equal to P divided by V. P ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, 840. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ V ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, 220. ಈ ಪೂಜಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್, 0 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 27 ಐತಿ. ಹೌದಾ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 11 ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ 2 ಒಂದಲೇ 11 ಬಂತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ 2 2 8 4 42 ಬಂತು. ಹೌದಾ, 11 ಮತ್ತು 42 ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಭಾಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 11 ಮೂರಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 42 11 ಮಧ್ಯೆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 11 ಮೂರಲೆ 33. ಅದರಿಗೆ 12 ಒಳಗೆ 3 ಹೋದ್ರೆ 9, 4 ಕೈಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ 0, 9 ಆಯಿತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 11 ಮಧ್ಯೆ 9 ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು 0 ಕಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. 11 8 88, 90ರಾಗ 88 ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದು 2. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು 0 ಕಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 11 ಒಂದಲೇ 11. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೈಲ ತೊಗೊಂತೀವಿ, 10 1 ಹೋದ್ರೆ 9, ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಉಳಿದೈತಿ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 0 ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ 90, ಮತ್ತು 11 8 88. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ. ನಾವು 3.818 ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಇದು ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದಾ, ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ 3.818 ಬರೆದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡು 2 ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನಿಯರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, 3.82 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಕೇಸ್ 1. ಸೊ next we go to the case 2. Case 2 madam, the 3.82 ampere. Now we find out the R. R is nothing but resistance. What is the resistance in the each case? In the first case we have to take it as the resistance. So R is equal to, we know the formula, R is equal to V by I. We know about that, V is equal to IR. This is the formula. And we have to find out the R, and we have to take the V divided by I. V is 220 volt, and the I, we find out the I, 3.82 ampere. So see here, there is the point here, and just we already know about that. When the point will be arrival, apart from the 2 digits, we can add both sides. So 100 divided by 100. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಬೋತ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 2 ನಂಬರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 2 ಮೇಲೇನು ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಳಗೂ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, 2 100 ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಂಟು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 220 into 100 22,000, and 3.82 into 100 it is 382. Okay, this as we know that, and we have to, in the examination we don't have any calculators, that's why it will be taken as, we have easily simplify with help of the calculator, but in the examination purposes we have to take and simplify easily, don't make any confusions. That's why we have to add the same things, the 382, and it will be divided 22,000. Okay, in the 382 into 22,000, and we know about that, the 382 I shall write here 382 into 4. On 5 and 5. 382 into 5. 1910 and 382 into 6, 12. 2292. Okay. See here, when we get taken as 382 into 4, it will be coming as 1528, and 382 into 5, 1910, and 382 into 6, 2292. 2292 we can taken here, it will be the more number of as compared to, that's why we can taken as 382 5s are 382 5s are 1910. Okay, 0 and 9 and 12. So how much? 2 and 0. 290. Okay. 382 5 are 1910. Okay. Again we can take as 382 7 side. We have to take 1 0 here. And 382 7s are 382 7s are 2674. I think it is enough. In the more number, it will be not coming as much number. So that's why 382 sevens are 2674. 2674. It will be coming the 226. In the 382 table, we don't have the 226. That's why we have to add 1 point here and 1 0 here. So 0, 6 minus 1, 5, and 2 minus 1, 3, and 0. In the 382 table, we don't have the 350, and add 1 0 here, and 382 8s are 382 8s are 3056. 4, 4, 4, and 0. Okay. Again we have to add the 0. Again it will be taken as the same number. And now the resistance will come in. The resistance is 57.58. This is our resistance. And we know that always we can write about the SI unit. Resistance is written as the SI unit ohm. The resistance is 57.58 ohm. Okay. Or we can also directly taken as R is equal to 57.60 ohm. Okay. You have to write about the R is equal to 57.60 ohm. This is the case one. This is lengthy, I agree. But in this case, why we can taken as this much of the time? Because in the already we have discussed about that the same thing. In the examination, we don't have the calculators and we don't have any mistakes. That's why clearly we have to write about these things and we have to add the number. Okay. This is the case one is solved. And we have to solve now case 2. Case 2, we have the minimum power 360 watt and the voltage is 220 volt. In this case also we have to find out the current as well as the resistance. First we have to find out the current. We know the formula. The formula is V is equal to I R. Okay. V is equal to I R. The formula we know about that. But we don't have this much. Now we can solve the case 2. We know the formula. P is equal to Vi. Okay. We don't have the I. And and we have taken I here. I is equal to P divided by V. Okay. What is the power? In the case 2, the power is 360 watt. How much voltage? It will be taken as the voltage 220 volt. Okay. 0 0 is cancelled. 2 11s are. Okay. And 2 1s are. So 1 will be remaining. And 2 8s are. And the I is equal to 18 divided by 11. Okay. 11 and taken as 18 here. So 11 ones are 11 2s is 22. That's right. 11 ones are 11, 7 and 0. We have to add 1 point here because in the 11th table we don't have the 7 and we have to add 1 0 here. And 11 6 are 66, 1, 4 and 0. Again we have to add 1 0 here. 11 3s are 33, 7 and 0. Again we have to add 0 here. 11 6s are 66, 4, 0. So it will be go on. It will be when we have to take an it will be go on in the number. And we have the number I is equal to 1.636 ampere, or I is equal to, directly we have to take as the next number, that is I is equal to 1.64 ampere. Now we find out the I. Okay. Now we find out the resistance of the second case. Okay. We have to find out, now we have to find out the I and we have to find out the R. R is equal to how much? And we know the formula. Formula is V is equal to I. Okay. We have to find out the R. That's why we can take it as the R in the outside. R is equal to V by I. We have the volt, the 220 volt, and we have the I 1.64. Both the side we have to the multiplication the 100. The number becomes R is equal to 22,000 divided by 164. Okay. Now we can take it as 164 and 22,000. Okay. And one more thing. So you have to pause the video here and we have to calculate yourselves. Then we have to know the answer. Then we will be look at the answer. Both it will be matches. Are correct or not? 164 to 0. Okay. 328. It will be higher. And 164 to 3. 492. It will be clear then. So 164 ones are 164, 1, 6, 12, 5 and 0. We have to add 1 0 here. So we have to take as 1 0 here. It is the 560. In the table 164 into 3s are 492. Now we will take it as the 4. 164 into 4. 656. This is the more number. That's why we can take it as 164 3s are 492. Okay. 8. Okay. 6 and 0. Again we have taken this 0. It is the 680. Already we have written about the 164 4s are 656, and we can also take as 164 into 5. 820. The number will be here. So we can take as 4 here. 164 4s are 656. 656. 656. 4, 2, and 0. Remaining 24 will be there. In the 164 table, we don't have the 24, and we have to add one point here, and we can add one 0 here. It is the 240. Okay, 240 is nothing but it is nearly equal to the ones are, because 2s are 328. Now we can take 164 ones are 164 6 7 and 0 76. Again we have to add 10760, and 760 is literally equal to 656 because 5 side will be higher. So 760 840 490. We can take as the 4. 164 is 656. Okay, 4 0 and 1. Again it will be continued as the formation it will be taken. Now we got the resistance. The resistance R is equal to 134.14, or we can also taken as the resistance 134.14 ohm. This is in the second case resistance. I hope you have to understand this formula. The formula is when we have to calculate is it easy, but when we can divide or we can multiplication the numbers, something it will be lengthy. But once time we have to practice this method, it is very useful in your examination. Hope you have to understand this problem.